Welcome back, guys, to the Pixel Forge podcast. It's been a busy week this week. Obviously, we didn't shoot last week, hence why we're doing it today on Monday. Obviously, you don't even know what day we record anyway.
This is normal for us, it isn't.
But everyone's had a good week. I'm your boy, Sean. I'm here with my other co-host, Josh.
Hello.
And I appreciate everyone's been listening to the podcast so far, leaving comments and stuff like that on the Spotify. We are on YouTube now.
Yes,
we are on YouTube,
and I think the first 3 episodes are up, and then I've scheduled the rest. So you might, if you're on YouTube, you might think, "Oh, why didn't you just release them all?" But I think it was just rather than a content drop. I think if we had done that, it would have affected the hits on each video. So I think we dropped the first 3, just to the pilot and the first 2, just to give you a flavour, and then so that at least it's a similar release. And I think it'll help us if we have any problems. Yes. I've got a delay between the YouTube and Spotify content, but and
that's Pixel Forge Plays, by the way, as well. So that's a different name there on the YouTube, but
switched it up.
We're on there now, and this week we've got a lot to talk about.
One big thing.
One big thing definitely to talk about this week. Very excited actually for that chat as well.
Yeah, it's going to be good. It'll probably go into the next because it's the same week effectively.
So obviously on the show here we talk about obviously everything from gaming to Warhammer, tabletop, and obviously our businesses as well that we're currently running and doing. Yeah. So let's get into some business news. Yeah.
Have you got anything? Is the usual.
No, I'm literally no. Seriously, I've been so busy the last couple of weeks at home. It's been insane. Like I've still got painting to do. I'm still doing other bits in the house, and I'm still. I still take parties. Don't get me wrong. Gaming Party Pro on Instagram. Just hit me up if you need a party. I'm still there. So
I have stuff, but a lot of it probably we're aware of because I've been talking about it.
Super.
The bookmarks, so the stock for the event on the 30th of August. I think I mentioned before, all the bookmarks are printed and they're done. Yeah. But I'm just not awaiting. They're awaiting to be packaged because I got the stuff from Vistaprint and Canva to start packaging them. If you check Instagram, Starline Forge, you'll see some preview pictures of like how I've got the packaging done, how I've had it printed. And then 80% of the minis are done, so I'm still printing some, but I've started packaging the minis just so I can kind of see how they look. So that's good progress for them. And we're still working on and considering the table layout. I'm still waiting for Ella to get back to me to tell me what space we do have, which will be good feedback to give them because they're always asking for feedback. Because I think with this type of stuff, it would have been good to have had the table info ahead of time. I hear some of you cry, but I think it was the first event and I just wanted to get across the line that I could be there in a good capacity, which we are. So I'm still working out the layouts and stuff for the tables. But one good thing that came of that is I will be able to stream it on Twitch. Yeah. So that you can watch along, because I've been watching some card vendors and I feel like I want to do that as well. And then we can be there in an extra capacity as well. And you can sort of see what's going on in those events. And that'll be something I'll probably upload to YouTube as well. Yeah, that'd be cool. But it'd be good for all of you that this one's more a gaming event, but we're definitely we're going to be the only business for one thing, but the only people there that are there in from a capacity of miniatures and tabletop. So I think it's quite a unique reason to be there as well. But anyway, so we'll be able to stream is what I'm going to get to. And then lastly, I'm making progress on my trench diorama. So I've talked about it before. I was going to do 2 dioramas, but I think I switched up. There's no way I'd have had time to do 2. And if I did 2, I don't think that'd have been as good as I would hope.
The quality that you want to get.
Yeah, do you know what I mean? I think doing the trench one makes sense because I've got the Heretic minis with Stormforge minis. I've got the Radiation Zone. They kind of fit in with that theme. And anyway, it'll look good. So that's what I'm doing the trench diorama. There are some updates on Instagram, and I'll keep posting on there. But that's everything for me.
All right. Before you dive into your Warhammer stuff quickly, just want to say one more time, happy birthday. It was his birthday last week.
Oh, yes, thank you. That's why we're recording today, not Friday.
Just want to say happy birthday. I hope you had a good day that day. That surprised you and stuff like that.
It was a surprise, got the old Uno reverse card on me, as they call it. Yeah, it was very good. Sabrina did a good job, and you did, and Jimmy did as well. Yeah, it was good. It was a nice week, actually.
I'm glad you had fun that day. It was good.
Yeah.
But let's go to the...
Yes, let's... We'll start, as usual, with 3 models. I've mixed it up again, and then we'll go into wargaming.
Looks mixed up today.
There's some days I'm super confident with what I want to bring, and one of the bits of gaming news I think is going to play sway on the next episode's option. But anyway, we've got what we've got here.
All right.
You see 3 models.
Yes.
As usual, the choice is yours.
Do this big one first.
Cool. Okay, you picked the only Warhammer one there, so that's a good start.
Okay.
Yeah. So this is a Chaos Warrior.
What I was about to say is a Chaos Warrior. I had a feeling I knew what this was.
Yeah. Let's see that.
I'm slowly getting to understand these.
Yeah. And that's obviously for, as you can probably tell, it's fantasy, not sci-fi. This particular mini was one of the, you might have seen it or I've talked about it where, where Games Workshop gives away a model of the month.
Okay.
This was one of those models where they gave it away. I don't really do Chaos Fantasy, so I don't actually have a lot. So that's why he's on like a diorama-ish base. Yeah, so I've got him on there. Yeah, so he's just going to be saying I'll probably try and put a bit of effort into into painting. But we'll see, because obviously I only really paint to tabletop ready. But anyway, so this Chaos Warrior,
yes,
they are the elite champions of the Dark Gods. So the Chaos Gods we talked about in 40k, they pretty much branch between both universes, and you'll get Khorne is across there, Nurgle especially is across there, all the Slaanesh and all they cross over into both universes in terms of evilness. There's more to that. There's more to that. They tend to be clad in like armor that's got all like runes and iconography on them as well, just to signify like how devout they are to the Chaos Gods.
So it's kind of their own branding in a way.
Yes, any other like Chaos minions will see that and know that they're serious business when it comes to Chaos. That's the top hierarchy. Do you know what I mean? Sometimes they'll lead stuff, sometimes they won't. If you've played Warhammer Battle March, which is an old RTS game on the 360 and PC, you play a Chaos Warrior like Chosen, and he leads an army, but because he wants to ascend to demonhood, and it's about him obviously taking on and killing people and all that usual jazz. But yeah, so their prowess is they're quite slow because of the heavy clad armor that they have, but they're pretty unstoppable at the same time. They're like they'll take a beating.
Look at the shield he's carrying as well. It's like huge. He's not going to run fast with that in his hand.
There's a trailer from the Warhammer Battle March game that I just mentioned that I'll show you later on when we go back, and it'll give you a good idea of like how serious these guys are. And there's like this whole like Empire militia army, and about 6 of these dudes turn up.
That's it.
Yeah, you'll see it anyway. Yeah, they're really, really cool. Yeah, so they're, and their prowess is melee combat, as you can see, like you said, big shield, massive halberd as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's some serious stuff. And they tend to get given divine gifts as well I say divine gifts, divine for chaos gifts. So for example, if their deity is Khorne, the chaos god of rage, they would get a fury blessing, or if it's Nurgle, which is all that pestilence and famine stuff I talked about, they'll get a blessing of resilience. Which a blessing of resilience, but they'll still be all pussy and nurgly.
Yeah.
It's just, and yeah, so they're like the big dudes. When you see them on the battle, you know something's going to go down, basically. And everything they do, really, this is where these guys are quite sentient to themselves, in the sense that everything they do is to gain favor to then become a demon. So the gods then will, but it's similar to 40k. The gods will bestow the gift of, but the difference, correct me if I'm wrong, anyone. If the difference with fantasy and 40k is in fantasy, you're gonna either be this guy or you'll become a full demon. Whereas with 40k, there tends to be like weird, like I was saying to you before, where like the cultists, where they have like weird bits upgraded on them. Yeah, these guys are either in or not, basically. Yeah. Okay. So they're serious, like serious stuff. But yeah, they're really cool. The Chaos War is really cool. Chaos is a really cool faction. I think that's why it's so popular, because they tend to have raw power over like
almost like gun-ho kind of thing. Yeah,
do you know what I mean? Like even in 40k, the models themselves, you got the Primaris Marines, and I've said before about the Space Marines, the smaller ones and the bigger ones, right? With Chaos, the Chaos models never really got much of an upgrade, so they're not Primaris, but they're bigger than your average small Space Marine, right?
Okay.
But they can still take on Primaris Marines because of the strength they have. Like it's do you get what I mean? Like it's raw power versus enhanced power, that type of thing. But yeah, Chaos Warrior, pretty cool, very cool stuff. I get why a lot of people.
Could you lead into battle with just them? Like, I know you're saying they don't really lead a charge, but could you just lead with them and have people behind them? If that makes sense.
You could have probably. I don't know like the points and the unit allowance for fantasy, but it's similar to 40k. You could probably have like in 40k, I think it's up to 6 lieutenants in an army.
Okay.
If you class these guys as lieutenants in fantasy, you could probably run 6 of them, have some smaller units behind them, and just let them sort of do their thing. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, you can do that, I guess. It just wouldn't. I don't know how tactical.
So basically, one of them is worth 1 point. That's what he was basically saying. Like one.
No, there's still. It's the allowance of the unit. So the difference is he might cost 300 points to run.
Okay.
But you can have 6 of them in an army.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, we haven't got into details of points and stuff.
Yeah, that's another story.
Yeah, that's a whole
another
kettle of fish. But yeah, that's kind of story. He's pretty cool. I like him. Next, do you want to pick next one?
This dude over here.
Oh, it's that good dude's cool. So this is the new Antioch sniper priest. He's cool as hell, ain't he?
Yes.
I've got
proper stealthy, like.
I haven't got. It's not him, but some of the models that I'm selling at the event, it's Stormforge minis, like equivalent to this, but it's a heretic one. So rather than him being, and I'll get to him. Rather than him being like the good religion, I've got models I'm selling where they're the heretical ones, and it just looks like, like the mouth of Sauron in Lord of the Rings.
Yeah,
it's a hood. And then just this like big demonic mouth, and then the guy with a sniper, and he's got it's cool. I'll show you. It's wicked. So anyway, new Antioch sniper priest. These guys are devote to the church, which New Antioch revolves around, as it's one of the last bastions for humanity outside of the other religious factions that are in it. Because I think we talked about Trench Crusade before when I brought some of the other minis. It's like a flip on World War One, where a demonic event happened and World War One carried on, and it was about a battle between heaven and hell. But anyway, we'll get onto that when there's more. These guys, they deliberately blind themselves with a devotion to God.
Okay, so they just...
He's blind. All of these priests are blind.
So that's the sacrifice they have to make just to be...
Yeah, it's a ritual blessing. It's ritualistic. They do it through a ritual, and they blind themselves through devotion to God, so that they can use faith to take on the forces of hell. Basically, yeah, it's pretty... Trench Crusade's pretty cool. Like, it's really...
That's almost like them being baptized and then just...
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's kind of like New Antioch. There's a lot of that goes on in New Antioch, because it's the New Antioch's faction is probably the closest thing to like a traditional like Christian Catholic faction, because you have the Sultanate, which is like I guess the Muslims in that universe would be the best way, and then you have what was the other faction? There's another weird faction. There's a few different factions. They're based on like the 4 main religions that we have now. That's what those factions are based on, and they have the iconography and stuff to accommodate. And then, as I said, you have the forces of hell.
I mean, in this kind of obviously Warhammer stuff, do they touch on religion like heavily or not? They don't try to.
Warhammer doesn't really touch on religion. Okay. Warhammer itself, but there are religious undertones in Warhammer in terms of like in Warhammer you have the God Emperor, so it's kind of there's antidotes. I mean, remember Warhammer's like it's a British like 80 to 90s thing, so a lot of that stuff probably will have been drawn into some of the lore, especially where like a lot of it's like you think like World War One and Two, that a lot of those wars have inspired like you get it. Do you know what I mean? With Trench Crusade, which isn't Warhammer, just to clarify, which is separate, that has a lot of religious undertones. Okay, hell of a lot. As I said, it's basically the war between heaven and hell. But it's
theoretically, obviously, I know he's not painted right now, but would that character like be white, like white cloak and stuff?
No. These dudes, he'll have like this will probably just be like brown, grey fatigues. Okay. Not because remember they're fighting on effectively World War One trenches, so they're not going to have a lot of
bright colours. Hey guys,
don't get me wrong. Yeah, do you know, don't get me wrong. There are some where you'll see units that like the Sultanate faction. Yeah. They're grotesque creatures. They're all clad in like gold ornate armor. So you do get some of that, but again, they're fighting on trenches, so there's not going to be a lot of colourful stuff going on. And then I think the Trench Pilgrims are the other faction. I might be remembering the name wrong, but they're basically like they have less. You think this guy doesn't have a lot on him? They have way less. Like they don't have. They're barefooted. They have rags on. They have these like big pointy helmets, and they're just like people that have decided to pilgrimage. Pilgrimaged to the trenches to fight in the name of God. So
they're just like,
and they're just loaded up with like equipment and
just last resort soldiers, basically, just like
cannon fodder.
Yeah, just get out of there.
Yeah, they're just there to, you know, it's like you see it in other video games, right? Like you always have that rank and file, like throw it in the blender units. It's the same.
That's been me the last couple of days, but yeah.
Yeah, well, we'll get to that soon. Yeah, do you know what I mean? But yeah, so the new Antioch, he's pretty cool, and like some of the, there's one thing in the lore that like they've said that some people have, there was like a big one of the story pieces where there was a big siege. They're saying that they've seen like the sniper priest kill targets like 3 miles away and stuff, which is obviously normally impossible. But these guys, where they've obviously religiously blinded themselves, they obviously have some sort of heavenly gift, I guess you can call it.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, they're cool. They're really cool.
No, that is good.
It's a really cool model. And the last.
Let's take this last. Oops.
So this is a Trench Crusade faction, but it's actually made by a studio called Skullforge Studios. Okay. They do lots of stuff, and this is their own brew faction. It's called the Imperial Covenant. You can probably guess it is a Japanese themed.
Samurai,
yes.
I like.
This chap, and there's 2 models in this set. They haven't actually finished the army. They only released 2 free preview models.
Okay.
They're called Honored Sentinels, and they're kind of like.
These are the front men, you can tell.
Yeah.
These are definitely the front men.
And so basically, I've got some of the synopsis of their backstory. There's not a lot to them because, as I said, the army hasn't actually come out. But obviously, they're Japanese inspired. They're samurai. And so basically, the Imperial Covenant is like a fusion between ancient traditions, so traditional samurai way of life, and then advanced warfare. And like they're going to have some level of tech. You can see he's got like gas mask equipment almost to be on the trenches and stuff. No. They're honor bound by their emperor, Go Hiroshi. So there's an emperor, and the Japanese emperor, and they're bound by him, and they're given divine authority by the emperor to go do battle and obviously take on the forces of hell. Sorry, and yeah, so they're described as like, and you probably know from probably things you've seen, like they're while they're very aggressive and brutal, they're obviously quite wise in tactics and how to take on the enemy. Yeah, do you know what I mean? So I thought I'd bring it because it's a pretty cool model, and I've had it sitting on the side and not done much else with it. And to be fair, it will be a faction I'll pick up, even though I've got loads that I need to be doing anyway. I will pick that faction up because, again, it's pretty cool.
I like that.
Yeah, those are the 3 models.
That's cool.
So mixed up a little bit. Trench Crusade's got, as I said, Trench Crusade's got some interesting elements and topics to it. So I will do my best to circumvent that in a sense that isn't too offensive.
Too offensive, yeah.
Because as I said, it's grim dark. It's heaven versus hell. So you know but obviously. You know, from when we've talked about Trench Crusade before, I have explained the backstory to some of it before. I think the only thing I won't go into, I think some of the forces of chaos will probably have a lot of quite grotesque lore, which I probably won't dip into too tough. Sorry, but yeah. Anyway, Trench Crusade's cool. I've got a faction from the official launch, and I've got loads of other bits. I just haven't printed it and started it yet. But yeah, those are 3 models. Very cool. Very nice.
Yeah. I like the Japanese one there. That's I'm into my Japanese stuff at the moment, so I like that.
Yeah, they've got like a steampunk-esque feel when you look at the mask and like the equipment and stuff.
I don't know why I could see that like in like a cyberpunk kind of way, like
it's kind of got that. Yeah.
It would look so crazy.
Yeah, he'd be good with cyberpunk stuff. Yeah, you can see it. You can probably do it. Yeah. Yeah, it's cool. So, without further ado, we're going to gaming news. I'm going to take a sip of.
You want to jump into some gaming news?
Yeah. Not even gaming, wargaming news, I said.
Oh, wargaming.
Is what I meant. I just read the second half of the word rather than actually reading it. Yes, wargaming news. Wargaming. Tabletop. So, there's a few things here, but I might only cover a couple because I want to make sure we talk about a big thing later on, because he's kind of... while most of this stuff I'm going to talk about last week, it does kind of blend into this week as well. But so there's a couple of things. There's a couple of... there's a bit of lore, and then I'm going to talk about stuff that released this weekend, that went up for pre-order. That'll be for sale this following week. So, yes, the 9th even was a big pre-order release day. You remember from the preview show, we had the Leagues of Votann, which were like the dwarves.
Dwarves.
We had the new Salamander, all the Space Marine combat patrols. Remember, we had all the different coloured factions. The green Salamander's the green one. That's coming out for pre-order. It's out and out for pre-order now. And then Captain Centaur. So I think I said to you, the one that was the exclusive mini that you could buy in the Warhammer stores to celebrate the I think it was like 500 stores.
So, yeah, this says
yeah, that was out on the Saturday as well. I'm pretty sure it's 500 stores. I was meant to write that down, but I forgot. But yeah, so the big release is pretty cool. The Votan is all of the kits, so all of the new stuff they announced, that's all up for pre-order, which is a bit of a surprise. They've got a new Combat Patrol box, which you saw as well, and that box is going to be about 400 points, give or take, with 19 models. So it's not a bad value box. I think it would be, the box is pretty good for, like, I've got the army box. If I wanted to bolster what I had with new and existing units, that Combat Patrol box is probably pretty good to pick up to bolster for a big faction, but also pretty good for playing Combat Patrol, which is like one of the game systems. And then the other stuff's coming out, the Codex, which is their rule book that we talked about before, the cards, data cards, which is like, so you don't have to keep opening the book, you can get data cards to read what they are, and then data sheets as well, which is a similar thing. They'll be just to give you more information. So quite surprising all that's come out, because usually it's not within that period of time. It's usually months before you see that stuff pop up. But I guess maybe GW...
the data cards and stuff like that, they're like just like flash cards of like certain information, just like...
Yeah, it's so that... Yeah, so like, let's say we're playing, rather than me flicking to the page where it's got all the units in it for the army, I can just pull the data card and be like, oh, the samurai does this damage. Yeah, and that way you don't have to go through the book and check every unit. You can just pick, if we're going to play, you just pick out the data cards of the stuff you're running, and then you just have the book to follow the rules for like action phases and stuff like that, basically.
Okay.
But yeah, so surprised that's coming out so soon. I think it probably, as I was about to say, probably because GW don't have a lot of stuff, or they're holding stuff back until Christmas time, which can happen, yes. Then the new Salamanders Combat Patrol and Hero model. So the new Hero model, which is like it's basically their Forge Master. I mean, a Forge Master's job, if you don't know, this chap's job is to basically, he works towards bringing back Vulcan, which is the Primarch of the Salamanders. And his job is, he has to basically do it, like, there's like these 9 artifacts that he has to collect, and he basically needs to, if he collects them, then the saying is that Vulcan will come back. So that's what his job is. It's a pretty cool model. I've seen a lot of excitement online about him as well. I mean, he looks pretty cool. Plenty of fire on him with the pylon at the back and stuff. So he's pretty cool. And then the Combat Patrol, which is a box with all the units in it, is 500 points with 20 models. I think this is a better Combat Patrol than the Leagues of Votan, because 500 points is fine to start playing with. I think with 400, you probably still would have to put in a few more
extra pieces
in just to bump up to 500, because I'm pretty sure 500 is about the sweet spot to start at, but I could be wrong because I don't play that much. I could be wrong, but yeah, the Combat Patrol Salamanders is pretty good. I did see some stuff from Allspec Tactics, which is I get some of this news from. He did see that polls were saying the box is a bit of a 50-50 at the same time for existing players, because a lot of the stuff that's in there, like for me, I've gotten that stuff that's in there, I've gotten that a few times. So it's kind of whether or not it's actually worth it for existing new players. It's great. It's got a good variety of stuff that you probably haven't picked up or tried before. But yeah, I think it's quite a good box in hindsight, really. And then Captain Centos, is available to buy. Well, he was available on Saturday. I've seen some crazy stuff already on like Vinted. People selling it for 100 quid.
No way.
85 quid. And it's like people that have got like seen online, gone to the shop, bought it, and then just put it straight on Vinted. The one that was 100 quid, it just looked like this young guy that has just bought it. He's not put anything else on but this one thing.
Like the whole accounts, there's nothing on there.
Yeah, just that. It's just that. It's just that. Yeah, it drives me up the wall. Like, there's no point doing that unless
exactly.
And I get this model's going to be limited, but that is just like irritating beyond belief. I was going to go get him, and I chose not to, partly because he's not listed in the app. He's not listed as a unique model. He would just come up as a captain. And I was like, as much as I like the unique model himself, I was like, I don't need just a captain. Like, I want characters. And as I've said before, I've got 3 characters I haven't bought, but they're because they're old models. So as soon as they get that, I'll get them, and that's it. I don't really need to get like captains that just look cool and stuff like that. So I chose not to.
You might have a favourite captain, maybe just to add to the collection, maybe.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, maybe. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, the only thing I really liked about him is because he had the banner on his back, but you can get those and put them on. Do you know what I mean? Like, it was just more the pose is unique more than anything else. But yeah, he's still really cool. And as I said, it's to celebrate stores opening, and he's only available in store. You can't buy him online.
That's even better than I guess.
Well, it is and it isn't. Like, I would have just picked it up because I couldn't have been bothered, sure. But like, people are still buying it and then putting it on Vinted for 100 quid anyway. Do you know what I mean? So I kind of
how much is it?
I'm not sure actually. I don't actually know the price. I think it's with these they're normally like 30 to 40 quid.
Jeez,
normally, so they're expensive.
Double up and triple up on the price.
Yeah, so some people are crazy. I do mind it regardless, but like if it's someone you can clearly see buys models and they've just picked it up to turn it over, okay. But when it's like someone that just does it doesn't look like they have even seen a model out of a box.
All right, it's not
selling it for 100 quid.
I'll tear that post down tonight.
Yeah, do you know what I mean? Yeah, do you know what I mean? Yeah, exactly. But do you know what I mean? Like, I don't mean to be, the guy about it, but like, I'd rather it be someone that I know's deliberately scalping because they know Warhammer mod, not just someone's going, oh yeah, I'll buy that because it's available now.
Looks good, yeah.
Oh yeah, Kushti. Do you know what I mean? No, rubbish. But yeah, so yeah, that's the big pre-order release thing this week. That's just gone. They also did some made to order, some classic models, Brentonian soldiers. These guys are Brentonia's like themed around legends. It's got a King Arthur theme. It has like a model, the Lady of the Lake. It has like a green emerald knight. It's very like King Arthurian fantasy sort of storytelling that comes from Brentonia. Okay. They're pretty cool. And they'll be available to order from now through till August 18th. So they are available to do as of this episode recording on the Monday. You can pick those up and they're made to order, which made to order is pretty cool because they could even be metal potentially. Because I've gotten metal made to orders before. Yeah. But yeah, that's pretty cool. Britannia's a cool faction. I prefer the Empire, but we won't get into that now. Then what else have I got? I'll do one more, and I'll save the Terminus Decree. I'm going to save for next episode because there's a lot more to it. Right. And I'll probably need it. So last one is there was a leak for 2 new Kill Team factions, and this one's a semi-legit leak because it's actually a picture from a Spanish book that has iconography and artwork of the 2 factions that were leaked. Oh, wow. One is for the Sisters of Battle, which is the Adeptus Sororitas, for those that are new to the hobby. And then you have Chaos Raptor Kill Team, which is the Assault Marines that have the jump packs. Jump packs, yeah. But Chaos. They're just called Raptors, basically. They're quite unique. So there's 2 kill teams coming for them. The Sisters of Battle is the Sororitas Celestians, and I've got a model I can show. She has a shield and like a pike, bit like the Chaos Warrior. It's like, kind of like that. So they're quite a specific unit. But I won't. Well, that's the model, the Celestine. I'm going to bring next week, so I can talk through that model a little bit more to give you a bit more detail to that. But yeah, they're both leaked from a Spanish book. You can see the iconography and the images are clearish, but it's quite obviously real. Yeah. And it just leaks them with logos, information about, and the actual models are pictured in it. So that's going to be an interesting. When they announce that, I think that might be a kill team I will pick up because I do have my sister's army, and I don't have any of the Celestines. So. Yeah.
Exciting. Let's go.
Yes. But yeah, that's all the news. Terminus Decree I'll talk about next episode because there's probably a bit of lore, a bit more lore I can put into it because I try to make it brief, but I think it needs like the history of the lore, where it is now and stuff like that. But yes, that's all I have for you.
There's a lot going on over there, bud.
Yeah, there's a bit more than I expected this week.
No, that's all right. On to the Guess the Game Inside. Mm-hmm. Bloody hell, we've got a lot to talk about on Gaming Side.
Yes, we do.
I picked out a couple of things this week. There's probably a lot more to even talk about, but let's say next episode. There's always never a next episode.
Yeah, do you know what I mean? Yeah.
I'll start off with Mafia, the Old Country, is out now. Getting good reviews. And some are good and some are bad, actually, to be fair. It's been kind of mixed.
Bad as well? I haven't seen any bad stuff. Interesting.
I've seen people, saying like the gameplay's the same as all the other ones, not really innovative, not really nothing real more creative to do that game and stuff like that.
Okay.
But then there's some people just absolutely loving it because being just old school Mafia fans in general, just like really appreciating the game and stuff like that. The movement, the gunplay, and the story, everything. Because the story ties in with, I think, number 1, I believe.
Yeah, Must it's a prequel, isn't it?
Yeah. So a lot of people are loving it. Even my partner Toya, she's the same. She's like, she needs the game like now.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, maybe you're saying, yeah.
She called me up. She's like, "Is it on Game Pass?" I was like, "Nah, sorry, baby.
No, not this time.
It's not this one." I said, "I wish I'll be playing it right now if it was." But we'll see how that game goes in the next couple of weeks. But it's been okay, like good start for it.
It looks good from the videos I've seen. Like the graphics, it looks nice.
Yeah.
That's about much as I've looked into.
Okay. Now I'm ready to jump into that when I can get a chance. I'll buy that and give it a go. Some other more good news. PlayStation 5 has sold 80.3 million units as it comes up to its 5th anniversary of the console's launch, which is very good.
Yeah,
it's crazy. You got to think about over 80 million there in 5 years. It's insane. Like,
it's more than probably Xbox.
Oh yeah, I don't want to dare look at what.
Yeah, it's probably a third.
I wouldn't want to try and Google that right now.
Yeah.
But
that's good. That's cool. Yeah, that's good. That's really good.
Yeah, obviously they launched a Pro in between that as well and stuff like that. But still, like whether that's the Pro and the base unit together, I'm not sure. But still, it's a lot of PS5s out the door.
Even if it was just the base PS5, that's a lot of units.
Yeah,
for just the base.
Yeah, it's been good. It's been very good for them. And moving on to another little bit of news, Microsoft, obviously Turn 10, we discussed obviously what happened with them, the Forza franchise, stopping production of that and stuff like that. But Playground and Turn 10 come out this week and stuff and said they'll still continue support on both games, which is weird because everyone's thinking, what's going to happen? Like, what kind of support are you offering? Like, or is there maybe another game on the horizon? Like, we don't know. Like, no pun intended there, but we don't know what's happening next. But they're trying to reassure the fans and people that they are sticking around for a little bit longer, I guess, or whatever they're doing with that franchise, which is a shame because obviously, like last month, this is in the States, by the way, as well. The Forza Horizon 5, obviously, when it hit the PlayStation, was the highest selling PS5 game of the year, passing like 3 million copies.
Yeah, I think there was like 4 or 5 Xbox games.
Yeah, and there was like literally on their top 10, there was
crazy,
all Microsoft games like in their top 10, which is insane. So, I mean, I guess Sony ain't done nothing for a while anyway. To be fair, nothing really new coming out from Sony. You can't even think of anything right now. That's what I'm saying. It's all.
Nothing really new coming from Xbox either. But
that's very true.
Apart from Helldivers 2 coming to Xbox, we won't get to that.
No, that's coming very soon.
Yeah.
Very soon. But yeah, I mean, hopefully, I say they'll continue to support the game. It's a great franchise, to be fair. Like Forza, the Motorsport and Horizon, especially Horizon. Horizon will keep you coming back for more and more all the time
Horizon's
anyway.
Great,
so yeah, hopefully that turns out good. On to some more. Well, not so good news, I guess. Or kind of is good news in a way, a bit of good and bad. Rod Ferguson, the Diablo boss, leaves Blizzard. It's sad in a way, but then it's good for him, I guess, because obviously he's saying he is stepping away from his leadership. He said they set the teams up for success. Excited for the slate of releases ahead, so he's set them up ready for the drops of DLC or content, whatever they may have coming up very soon as well. He's looking forward to see what comes next for Diablo and himself. So he's probably maybe got something lined up already, maybe.
Yeah, I think a lot of people like that, I think there'll probably be a shake-up coming, which is probably why he's gone.
Why he's gone. Yeah.
There'll be a shake-up.
I mean, obviously he was with the Gears of War franchise for 15 years and stuff like that.
Yeah. Yeah, I think he's probably had enough.
Even the closeout. He worked on, I think, a bit on the BioShock Infinite stuff as well.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So he's done quite a bit.
Yeah.
To be fair.
Well, I hope for good success to him. I hope.
Yeah, hopefully he does good. Yeah, because he's a good guy, man. He does well. On to the next little slice we have. It wasn't that great, but the THQ showcase, we saw it last week.
Oh.
At the end of the podcast last week, we did go home and we watched that little showcase. It wasn't fantastic.
No.
I mean, how long was it again? 40, was it 25 minutes or 30 minutes?
No, it was 35, 40 minutes, I think.
Oh, I don't know. It was too long. It was too long for that. It wasn't great. I mean, obviously, standout games were, I guess, the SpongeBob game.
God, that's rough. If SpongeBob game is your standout game during the stream.
It wasn't that good.
That is cooked.
What else can you say? I mean, THQ, for goodness sake.
I think the biggest thing for me was Darksiders.
Yeah, that's what I'm about to say. Darksiders 3.
And the reason I say that is because I think it's even more of a bigger deal because this one is going to carry on the story from the first game.
Yes.
And if you've spoiler alert, because I need to make this point.
You can spoil it. I haven't seen it even. Yeah. But
at the end of the first game, basically the plot of the game is war is called into action and the apocalypse happens. But the only time war can be called is when it's supposed to happen. So he almost gets blamed for the apocalypse starting. But he's like, well, I wouldn't have just been called. And then it was a big conspiracy, blah, blah, blah. At the end of the game, you see the 3 other horsemen come out of the sky, like they're coming in to help. And then the game ends, and then we got Dealt 2, 3, and all those other games. This new Darksiders will continue from the first game.
There you go.
And what they said after the first game is there would be a 4-player co-op Darksiders game where you each play one of the 4 horsemen.
That's going to be crazy.
So if this is going to live up to what they said they were going to do after the first game, it's going to be lit.
Let's pray that
it's going to be sick. So I hope it's a 4-player co-op game where you get to play with. It'd be sick. But yeah, that's why I think that's probably the biggest thing.
Yeah, that'd be crazy.
Yeah,
that'd be so sick. Hard. You had also the other 2 games in there as well. Like I kind of mentioned, Wreck Nation.
The Wreckfest.
That kind of played like Burnout, it looked like, and stuff like that. And obviously, Wreckfest 2 was there as well. But yeah, I mean, there was a lot of just remakes and remasters and other games as well, to be fair.
A lot of guff.
Yeah, just...
If I'm honest.
It was pointless, that showcase, to be fair.
Yeah, we could have skipped it. But hey, we're here to deliver the news and info to you.
From one showcase to another. The Nintendo had an indie showcase. Same thing. I didn't even...
I just
was interested.
Yeah.
I just let you know that happened. If you want to go check it out, go check it out. But yeah, it wasn't fantastic. And I think let's just get onto the meat. Meat of the whole.
Before, I don't know if you've got it on there. So, did you have anything about the contraband cancellation?
I was going to mention that next episode.
Good, we'll talk about that next time. I was just checking to make sure you had it. Because I was like, oh, because you're talking about good. Yeah, okay. Pretend I didn't say that. Pretend. Let's talk about the meat.
We're back in the room.
Yeah, do you know what I mean? Yeah, we're here. Yeah.
All right. Yeah, so the major thing, obviously, this weekend, which has just happened, is Battlefield 6 beta went live. Absolutely insane.
Wicked. It's like...
I'm lost for words in that game. I mean...
We were cooking, by the way, just to not brag about it. We were cooking. Where do you even begin with a game of that quality?
I want to tell you, obviously, it was the early access... was from the 7th to the 8th. Early access for people that got codes, I guess, to play...
Which I did for us.
Yes. The little text came in. Here's a code for you. I was like, thank you, mate.
Yeah, do you know what I mean?
So yeah, if you got a code, you got to play the beta a bit early than everybody else. Then from the 9th to the 10th is when it was open to everybody else to just jump on. So I feel like that 7th to 8th, it was kind of nice because it wasn't, don't get me wrong, servers were still high, but it felt a lot smoother.
It was a bit more chill, yeah. Like the whole experience was quite chilled, and like you didn't have as many, and we'll probably get into this, as many sweats.
100%.
Than we did on the Saturday and the Sunday. It's. I said to you because I remember that when I got on after I said it's switched up, Sean. They've switched it up.
It's like almost like going to a convention. Like you go the first 2 days, it's just nice and chill. You walk around.
Do you know what I mean?
Saturday, Sunday, forget about it. It's a packed group.
Yeah, do you know what I mean? Yeah, all the families turn up. Yeah,
it's exactly how it was. But it was. Amazing game.
I think I put it on my Instagram a few times in my stories. It felt like I was playing Battlefield back on the 360.
Yeah, it felt like a kid again. You literally feel like a kid again.
And that's from how the game looked, which we'll obviously get into how it played. And I think just how they captured the essence of Battlefield like they intended. And I think when we get to the essence, I will probably talk a little bit about the COD stuff as well, because I think there is a point to be made about people's comparisons to COD and the memes I've seen about the skins and stuff like that. I think that's something to talk to, but we'll save that till the end because it's a bit of a Debbie Downer, I think. But
yeah, I mean, obviously with this weekend, this is on Steam, by the way. It clocked up over 521,079 players.
Yeah, like
on Steam alone. That's on Steam. Was it even a console?
It's the biggest Battlefield player ever.
Was insane. I mean, if you played it, if you managed to play it, let us know in the comments what you thought of it.
Yes, please. Yeah, let us know.
To even get into the game, obviously you load in, you have to queue up to get into the game, and it was, what was it, 250,000 waiting in a queue. But thank God, obviously the queue was going quite.
Yeah, it was a 5-minute wait. Yeah.
Like quite steady to get in, but once you're in, you're in. And as I say, we had a different modes. So bloody hell, what modes we have? King of the Hill,
Domination, Breakthrough, Conquest, and then Conquest with locked guns. But we didn't do the locked gun stuff because.
Because obviously the Conquest with locked guns is like you play whatever the class is, so that you can't switch out anything. As in the other classes, other game modes, you can switch any weapon that you wish to play, which was pretty cool. I still think they should have had that kind of a little bit element to lock your guns, but
we talked about that, didn't we, while we were playing, especially with the bloody shotgun. We even like
my.
Now, I'm going to talk about the shotgun in a minute. Hold on, I'm going to talk about the shotgun in a minute.
Talk about the shotgun.
This thing was ludicrous to the point where me and Sean had to report a guy because he was. Everybody has a concept of what a shotgun is, and this was using buck ammunition, by the way. Everyone has a concept of what a shotgun is, right? Like they hunt ducks, or you breach and siege a room, right? Yeah. This guy was sniping me across a map. With a shotgun, my dude.
It's crazy.
It was overpowered, and then even I switched to it, and I said I was cooking, by the way. That shotgun is. I maxed the thing in the beta, which is fine, but it's just ludicrous. And that now they've posted saying that I don't know if we were talking about this before. Yeah. Maybe they won't for the next weekend because this weekend's coming. There's another beta, so by the time you listen to this, you've got Thursday and Friday to get it downloaded if you want to play.
Yes.
They are going to rework the shotguns, so thank God, because honestly, like I was the city map, the small city map when we was playing like King of the Hill or Domination on it.
Castle Road, no.
Yes, Castle Road. Yeah. Ludicrous. I'm just hip firing this thing round corners, my dude. Like it was clearing house. Insane. But it's weird because if it was any other game, I'd be furious. I'd be going mad. But it was winding me up when we were dying for it. But then when I switched to it, I was like, oh, now I get why. And I was fine. Was doing it, like it was fine. And it weren't like one of those things where like. Again, not to have to, but like when I've played COD betas where games like guns like that are bugged. Unless you're the pro guy playing with the bug gun, you're cooked. You're never going to. This like anybody could have picked up. Like even to the point where when all the casuals popped on the weekend, right? They were using the shotguns at lower ranks because they'd seen everybody else doing it and clocked. We didn't know that. We didn't know when we played.
I think that first day, obviously the first day I played it on 7th. Obviously I played by myself because you couldn't get on at that time. So I played Breakthrough for 4 hours. By the way, people. 4 hours I played Breakthrough. Got to level 10, thank God. I was like, okay, cool. Maxed my character out a little bit. But that 4 hours, the shotgun was just incredible. I was using I think the first 4 or 5 games, that's all I was using at one point as well, like just a shotgun. Yeah. Because I don't know why I just figured it out or just felt good. Felt great.
Yeah.
Like, so, but there was kind of obviously, when I say to play Breakthrough 4 hours, there was kind of a lot of bugs as well. Going throughout the weekend. So sometimes you'll get into the game, like load into the game, and then some of the modes will be locked up. You can't do anything, so you have to reset your game and go back in, or you might play the game, finish, and then you can't back out the game, so you have to turn off the game again.
There's a lot of that.
There's a lot of stuff that's all happening. But there's obviously animation issues as well. You'll get shot here, and the next minute you're flying like 50 feet in the air. And
I think there was even a point at one point where like the bullets weren't penetrating, so like you're taking shots and nothing's happening.
But I just think that's to do with like not even the server, maybe like the ping issue, because that happens on Gears. I say back in the day it was the same thing. Like I have a good game one time, next game was just
crap. It depends on the server host.
That's it. But apart from that, the game's just incredible. Obviously, with Conquest mode, there you in the jets and helicopters. I never got to go in the jets and helicopters. But
so actually, it's funny you say that because there's actually something I saw online. Is this? If I'm honest, the settings menu does need to be absolutely reworked.
100%.
Because I tried to go in and the jet fighters are inverted the way you like it.
I love that.
I can't
I wish I
stand
got into it. I never got into
it. I can't play like that. So I wanted to go in and I thought I'd done it. I hadn't. So every time I got in the by the third time I'd used the jet, I kind of got the gist of the controls. Yeah. But like if I could have just tapped a button and just used it how I normally play jet, it would have been absolutely fine. Yeah. So all I did was fly around for 5 minutes, potentially shoot someone, then get shot down. I got in the chopper, got shot down straight away, so I didn't get back in that again.
Bloody hell.
However, the tanks, The tanks, we were having a time, mate. I feel like there was a couple of games where when I was driving and I had to use the wingman to repair me and then the gun, we were absolutely cashing in, mate.
It's so cool that repairing, like just doing it on the fly and stuff like that.
And even towards the end of the bait, like people had clocked and they were sitting on the backs of the tanks, like just repairing because they weren't getting hit by the blast from other. It was like I wouldn't even have thought of that.
I don't know how it was shielding them personally.
No, that's what I mean. I wouldn't even have thought of that. So I thought I'm going to get wiped.
Is shooting you every cannon, and you're getting machine gun shots. No way how you're surviving out top of the tank.
Crazy. Yeah, the tanks were cool, and I preferred the little anti-personnel one. You know, the like the Abraham one.
Yeah.
The M4, the big, not the Abraham. What's the Bradley? The Abraham tank was good. That we had a good time on that, but I think the Bradley style tank was much better because that had like the bit more ability to take out. Oh, and I did shoot a helicopter down with a tank.
There you go.
That's not my signature thing. I've got to make sure I do that. I used to do that in the battlefield all the bloody time, but this time I managed to get a helicopter with a tank.
I took out a couple of tanks with a grenade launcher here and there as well.
And then I had the whole C4 thing I was doing for like 2 matches. Finally got a tank kill.
I never got to use a C4.
C4's all right. I don't think it's as strong as I thought it was, but I think there's even
trying to get up close to. Because I shot a lot of people in the tank just trying to run up on me like that.
Yeah.
It's hard. That's hard. You literally have to catch the tank off guard, like to even get close.
Yeah.
Or the other person who's controlling the machine gun might not even see you anyway because
they're the only time it really worked is when the tanks were felt overwhelmed by infantry.
Yeah.
Because that's the biggest trick. It's not the other tanks that are going to get you. It's some guy with a grenade launcher or C4 like coming at the side, just planting and.
I mean, we're talking about shotguns. Another thing that needs to get nerfed is these snipers. My goodness. Like, I understand a headshot. Don't get me wrong. Like, but when you've got 50 snipers pointing at you in the cliffs, like it's a damn concert out there.
Yeah, do you know,
it's ridiculous.
Sometimes I thought it was in Lord of the Rings when Gondor calls for aid, you know, and it's the lighting of the beacons across the.
Did you walk around and see like some flares, like not flares on the floor, but like a flaring kind of
the little
light
metal
on the floor?
Thing. Yeah, that's tracks.
So at times I thought that was someone was lying there with a sniper, like, but it's not. It's just
an enemy thing. Yeah.
No, it's not even an enemy. It's what is it? It's like a piece of metal that was, I don't know, something from the building that's just broken and was on the floor. So at times I walk past and I'm thinking, oh, there's someone on the floor. Like, it's not. It's just the building.
Yeah,
like, it's giving that glare like that you see from a sniper.
Oh, I tell you what, I did get that, but it was like the light in the studio was just on my face.
Yeah.
It was glitched out, but I looked at a window and it was like the heavens had opened. The snipers are ludicrous. And we were talking about this while we were playing. I think there should be a limit because I think when you're playing games of 64 people and 30 of them, you know, it's like 32 aside.
Yeah.
When 30 of them are snipers. It's too unbalanced. I think, I don't know how the squads work out, but even if it was just the limit of however many squads there are, it's one sniper. I think that might cap it a little bit.
Because theoretically, they could just make it on the squads. You have to pick the one class.
Yeah.
Not everyone picks whatever class they want. Yeah. If you just pick the one class, because then you can still switch the guns regardless. Yeah. But then if you're doing that, it doesn't matter because someone will still pick a sniper.
Yeah, and that works because switching the guns is whatever, but I'd rather it force an assault to have to use a sniper because the assault can't hold their breath. So it means they're not going to be able to snipe as well.
That's it.
So it switches so, you know, I think that needs some level of being penalised to an extent. I don't know what that is, but I think definitely capping the limit on sniper count would help because especially when we played Breakthrough on, you know, the hill map. That map. If you start as the attackers, you're not getting past the first section.
You can't.
Because you're just getting sniped the whole time.
That right side of the map in the snow, in the mountains, that's it. It's just fully covered.
Yeah, absolutely.
Literally flashing lights. It's just ridiculous. It's like you don't even want to even move half the time then.
Yeah, do you know what I mean?
Sucks the fun out of that.
Remember when the count got to like 20, I was like, I'm not even going to bother spawning this, but what's the point? And then you had the problem where like some people just don't know how to drive tanks, and they're just driving the tank straight in and just getting eviscerated within 30 seconds because they don't know what they're doing.
At the time, the guy was sitting in the tank, just sitting there, not even moving.
And the helicopters. You remember the match with the helicopter and everywhere? Like they got trucked. Some dude had sat in the helicopter and they're talking in the chat, and the chat's another thing we need to discuss in a second. The guy's talking. He's like, I'm waiting for my friend. Who?
Who?
You're on your own, dude. Who are you waiting for? And everybody in the chat is kicking off. They're like, stop, get out of the thing, go home, all of this stuff. So I spawned, and the first thing I see, and I think I said to you, oh, they're trying to push it off the cliff. A Jeep just goes straight into the side of the chopper and just sends it out of the map. And I was like, oh, the chopper's gone.
We lost that.
Yeah. It was so funny. Like, it was, I know at the time, I was proper kicking off because I was like, it's a waste of time. We're going to look. We lost, by the way. Waste of time. It was just so funny because everybody, and then like everyone's mounted their helicopter, and it was just the most surreal, like, I don't know.
Yeah. It's a fun game, though. Like, even the assault rifles, all the SMGs and everything, it's all good. Like,
yeah, we used a lot of stuff. Like, at first, I think I did the M4 90% of the time. Then I switched to the AK when I unlocked it. That was pretty good. The EBR was pretty good, like the M39, you know, the one I was using as a sniper. That was pretty good. And then we kind of started mixing things up. I think like the NMGs need a buff.
Definitely need to work on them, yeah.
Yeah, they definitely need a buff because I think their damage output wasn't enough to outweigh the speed of some of the assault rifles.
It's true.
And I think that's why in the end we didn't. I don't recall getting killed.
If you're hard scoping that gun and you still go to shoot, it just doesn't do anything. It just doesn't do anything.
Yeah, I don't know. They definitely need to do that. But the weapons are cool. I liked what they offered. I hope they give us some more next week. But I think it's just the modes.
Yeah, I think there's a new map coming next weekend.
Yeah, the America, the Empire.
Is it a city map kind of thing? Like
it's New York.
New York, okay.
Yeah, it's the one. It's the one that I've seen streamers play, but I think it's streamers from that event.
Okay,
is why I'm seeing it. But yeah, it's the New York one with the Brooklyn Bridge and all of that stuff. There's that one. Then there's all the week one maps and that map. Then there's all of week one modes, and then we're going to get Rush, which is another objective, like kind of speedy domination. And I think there's TDM, squad TDM, and then there's a couple of other modes, but I didn't see anything from like the weapons side, so we're probably just getting new modes and stuff.
Get one or two weapons, hopefully.
Yeah, I hope so. I mean, I ended on just off rank 18 because we had some real madness last night because we tried to stream a little bit, which we'll talk about in next episode because that was a whole escapade as well. But yeah, like so I'm hoping the ranks stay.
Yeah, I think ranks should stay.
Because I know the ranks aren't staying for the main game, obviously. They've already said that, but I hope they keep for the beta so that we can... I'm making
for you, especially, because obviously if you didn't hit the challenges, there's challenges to do as well, everyone. So it was like reach level 5, get skin.
Yeah.
There's stuff to do with each loadout. So like every class as well, Sorry, traffic loadout class.
No, you're right. That's the same.
So my mind just went blank there.
There's new ones coming as well.
So there's going to be new ones coming,
Yeah, there's one for tank skin. I think a couple of other skins. And, But I said to Sean when we were playing, to be honest, some of the stuff was like stickers and stuff for the guns. I'm like, and I think they guffed it. I think the stuff where it was like get 1,000 repair points on tanks and get the revive should have been the skins. And the easy stuff where it's like one was like what assault, get the assault kills at 10 meters.
Oh yeah.
Give that a sticker, dude. That's easy. You're gonna do that, but
people just whip the shotgun out in 2 seconds. That was
Do you know what I mean? Yeah. So, as much as I say that, I'm glad it wasn't that. So that I ended up getting that stuff. But I definitely think the challenges, probably all the rewards should have swapped with the challenges that were available because I feel like even the tank skin, I bet that's going to have vehicle damage or used vehicles or something to do with vehicle damage, I reckon. But we'll see. Anyway, I'm excited. It's been really cool. I'm going to be sad that we're going to have to wait till October before we can actually play it. I think I mentioned this in last episode as well. I was worried about the campaign. There definitely is a campaign.
There you go. Yeah, I heard as well.
I checked the store as well, and it says single player global campaign. I'm excited for the campaign. It's going to be mega.
It's going to be a movie.
Yeah. Because they said as well, like you've seen in the trailer, like the bit where the president's talking. As I said this last week, it's based. They use warfare as like part of the inspiration for the Siege of America.
I heard it's to do with some NATO thing or something like that. Yeah,
they're NATO forces because it's got a global thing like across the world. But that president bit, I didn't show you the trailer. That president bit is literally pulled from Warfare's movie. Because the president in that does almost the same thing, but in warfare, it's about it's like California and Texas taking on the rest of the US, and like it's a civil war. The film's called Civil War, but that American bit, the bit where the president's talking, is literally pulled out the film.
That's crazy,
and it's so cool. And then I've told you this, I've said this before, like the siege of the America and stuff like that. That stuff's really cool. So to get to do that in this, and the game is so good. Like you said, it's gonna be like a movie. It's gonna be cinematic as hell.
I mean, even just now, like just playing the beta here, like. There's so much stuff going in the background. Like, I can't remember even what map it is, but there's like flares going off bridges and all the buildings, everything just breaking off in the background.
Like, it's
insane. Like I said, the vehicle damage, like you can blow up every building. Like you're in buildings. We've been in the buildings.
We've killed people collapsing buildings.
Buildings. Like it's insane. Like
even the bunkers. Like last night, I collapsed that bunker and it said that I got a crush kill. I was like, I didn't even realize I could blow the bunker up, but I did.
Such good. Can't wait for this weekend again. Next weekend to come.
Yeah, I think I think it might have a similar thing as well, where you can get early access 2 days before the weekend. Because I feel like I've seen longer dates thrown around. I can't confirm that as a time of writing, but I'm sure I've seen longer dates.
Okay.
And I feel like it's Thursday to Sunday again if you have early access.
No problem.
If it is,
we'll be on that.
We'll be on that, and I'll attempt to stream again. Maybe, because that was a lot of.
We'll test it out anyway. We'll make sure.
Yeah.
Make sure things are working. They're supposed to be beforehand. But yeah, next episode, we'll definitely talk about more Battlefield, because the second weekend we'll let you know what happened in the new modes and whatever.
Yeah, especially if we get early access on the Thursday when we record that episode, we'll definitely talk some about that. And as I said, we'll talk about the stream as well, because I think that was quite fun, and we can talk about some of the technicalities and how crossplay is potentially going to work as well, but we'll talk about that in the next episode, I think. Because
just to let you know as well, like this, it's just a beta, by the way. It's nothing crazy, but the fact that it had over 300,000 attempts on cheaters is insane.
Yep.
Why would you want to cheat on a beta?
Because people are crazy, dude.
Like the clip we saw with the guy running around with the boxes and everything, I was like, bro, it's just a beta. It's not that serious. Just have fun. Like, what is going on right now? Like, my mind was blown. Like, I know obviously that people do it all the time when you get like Call of Duty and stuff like that, but still, it's just like, what fun are you getting from the game? Just to have your stats looking high.
Because it's the same thing as like a pay-to-win thing. You know, where people just buy the whole thing. Like, I've unlocked it. Or like, yeah, but you've, rather than earning it and playing it, you've just... I get like if you put a bit of money in, like the Destiny stuff, right? Like sometimes if I'm a couple of levels off something, I'll just, but not cheating and like auto aiming it. Like, why?
Trust me. There was times this weekend, by the way, I played and I did feel like I got shot by cheaters.
Yeah, I think there's one where I feel like I was shot through a wall.
Yeah,
but I will say to that as well is EA did say that the anti-cheat system they're using, sorry, I can't remember the name, isn't, as they quote, isn't the silver. Yes, that's it. Thank you. Isn't the silver bullet, i.e., it wasn't meant to stop every single bit of cheating. And I think they need to let some in to know how to tackle it when the full game comes out. But I think they did a good job.
No, they did.
Yeah, I think it was. Battlefield was great. It feels like I'm young again. Like, and the last thing is. And the reason I say I feel like I'm young again is because I was getting like top player, we were getting top squads. We were high up in the rankings. Like I remember the last Black Ops, the beta I played for that, I couldn't get past the bottom 3. Do you know what I mean? I'm not like a crap player. Like I can play. Do you know what I mean? But like this was different. It's just totally different. It was just, and I think there's people online that are saying that it's been crap and it's rubbish. And I think I'm not going to say, oh, they're COD players. I think some people just probably haven't been exposed to Battlefield like I have and you have. I think that will sway people's ideology about how they feel about it.
It's tough if you're coming just from, I don't know, only playing Fortnite and never played
Battlefield
or something like that. You're going to get thrown for a bit because it's not the same game. It's definitely not the same build. Doesn't even feel the same either. So yeah, they're going to struggle in that kind of instance. But
especially with the skin stuff, and I said last point, but this is like the skin stuff. I don't really agree with some of the stuff people like when people are saying, like, this is the Battlefield skins and these are the COD skins. You wanted that because you've made Fortnite so popular that these companies and studios are trying to appeal to you.
That's it.
So giving you those skins is them appealing to you. Sure, like Beavis and Butthead doesn't make any sense, but they're doing that to appeal to what you like, and everybody likes Fortnite. So let's try and do that. And do you know what I mean? And I think, sure, I understand the context of those points, but I think you do. And like when people are saying, "Oh, I hope COD dies" and stuff like that, I'm like, you're saying that, but then you'll go on Twitter and when a studio gets closed, you'll be complaining the studio's closed.
Exactly.
But then you're quick to cuss out a game because skins are colourful. Do you know what I mean? Like think about what you're saying before you put it online. Because Battlefield's great, COD is great in its own way. Yeah. Just accept them as they are, and Battlefield's great.
That's it.
Yeah.
Well,
I think that's it on that final point, which will probably come up next week.
Don't worry, we'll come back up next week again. But yeah, that's it, guys, from the podcast this week. Appreciate everyone listening.
Yes, thank you.
And yeah, I mean, we'll be on our socials if anyone needs to get hold of us or chat to us.
Yep.
Obviously, Gaming Party Pro for myself. Obviously, need a party, let me know. Also, my own one, Unchained Assassin. If you want to catch some games or whatever, I'm there as well. With that, Starline Forge for Josh. Obviously, all the business stuff he's got going on, miniatures.
Yes, please.
Anything you need.
And I'll be streaming for the podcast. I do have my own channel, but I'll stream specifically for the podcast for the foreseeable, just to help with that on Thursdays. Hobby time.
Hobby time, indeed. And that's at Pixel Forge podcast on Twitch, by the way, as well. Yes. So make sure you tune in every Thursday for that. And yeah, that has been a good week. Leave a comment below, guys, if you enjoyed this episode, and
yes, please
share it out, give it a like and everything.
Cool.
Appreciate you guys, and we'll see you next week.
Bye.